Okay, so today we are talking absolutely anything. The 2015, it's a British, I'd say science fiction comedy. That's what I kind of put it. 'Cause it's not but it's got an amazing star cast, hasn't it? Just Simon Pegg, Kate Beckinsale. Then you got the voices of the entire Monty Python crew. Michael Palin's in there, John Cleese, Terry Jones, and Robin Williams. I think this is his final feature film as well, so definitely worth a watch.
Sadly.
Yeah, sadly. So I think this is the first time the Monty Python crew have got together as well for a film since maybe The Meaning of Everything.
Yeah.
So it was.
I think were they writing this, or were they behind producing it or something? They seem to have. It has a feel of Monty Python, sort of a hand in there.
Yeah, because I think Terry Jones and someone else, I think they wrote it. So I think it had parts of them doing it, and then I guess when it came to them actually being on screen, they must have just improv'd a lot of it. Because I'm guessing they don't read scripts anymore. You don't give a Python a script. they do what they want to do, don't they?
Yeah, and
so yeah.
Okay.
It started off as Simon Pegg as a school teacher who awakens to have some amazing abilities, pretty much doing anything he wants. That's the premise of the film, and as with all kind of films, if you take away the story and you concentrate on just the kind of the comedy aspect or kind of the star cast, it's really good. Ignore the whole story and it's really good. It's funny. Star cast is great.
It's got some funny in there.
Yeah, it maybe not throughout, but the kind of so what, you're clearly disagreeing with what I'm saying. So what did you think?
Actually, no, you're right. It was funny, but it's quite a small comedy. I'd say it's not a big film, so don't expect too much. But it's got a straightforward story. It's got comedy. Most of the comedy you've probably already seen in the trailer, half of it. So that's kind of annoying. But it's a solid, simple film. That's all I'm saying. Just you can't really big it up too much. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's quite clever in places as well.
It is a British film, and I guess their budget would have been tiny.
All star cast.
Oh yeah, the star cast is amazing. So it's worth it for watching Simon Pegg and the rest of the guys come together to make this film.
Eddie Izzard, I mean.
Oh, Headmaster.
I didn't even know he was in it when I went to watch it. I saw his name come up at the beginning. I thought, Eddie Izzard's awesome. Can't wait to see him as well. And then when you see him, literally the people in the cinema was almost cheered just from seeing his face. Like, yay, Eddie Izzard, who spoiler, he plays the principal of the school.
Yes, he does. He plays that. Yeah.
This is full of spoilers here. Sorry, straight away. Although you do seem pretty early on. So yeah, is the film worth watching? I suppose so. I'm not sure I would pay to see it at the cinema. I have a cinema card, so I can sort of see anything I want and not feel like I've wasted any money. But I think if I'd seen it and paid full price, I'd only feel like I've got maybe half the value out of it, really. I'd say it's more of a DVD film.
Yeah, definitely. Had that look and feel about it. It's like, wait till it comes on Channel 5 or Channel 4 in a few years' time, or Film 4. Worth a watch. You're right. I think it's more comes down to kind of like the timescales and how they actually go ahead and make such a film, because it feels like it's been in development for ages, and then because of the star cast, you think to get them all round to sit around the table at the same time to get it all working. It still works. It's just not. It's not given enough thought. You think it's just not quite.
I mean, yeah, we've had loads of films and stories where infinite power, it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
that's a pretty standard story. This one does it a little bit differently, definitely, and the conclusion is brilliant. I mean, spoilers so much. I could just say so much of that. But
Let's start with the first spoilers. Go on, just crack on with them. Let's get them out of the
Okay.
way.
Okay, let's just do the spoilers now then. Okay, so you can skip maybe to 30 seconds. I'll spit them out. Spoiler: the world is saved by a dog, a rational dog. That's basically what saves the world, which is pretty
Voiced by
cool.
Robin Williams.
Yeah. So that's a spoiler. Also, the idea of the film is that you've got these aliens that have given power to see if we as humans can display that we know the difference between good and evil. And the big spoiler is that
Voiced by
they
Monty Python.
themselves don't even know what's good and evil. They're backwards themselves. And I'm not going to spoil it too much in that way, but that's basically it. And it makes a pretty clever little twist, I thought. So yeah, spoilers out of the way.
So we go back to the film. So yeah, so these extraterrestrials are voiced by the Monty Python crew.
Yes.
And they're kind of like, it's just some characters you just want
They're
to see
okay.
have more on-screen time. Simon Pegg's great, but trying to hold the film all by himself was just, I think it's just a little bit too much for him to do in this case. He's done it before and he does it well, but I think he needed a couple more, I think, stronger supporting roles that they should have written into the film. That would have worked.
Yeah. I mean, is it called the Beckinsale test or something? To test whether a film represents women well?
Yes.
It totally fails on that as well. I mean, the main woman is only really seen
Kate
talking to the
Beckinsale.
other woman when she's talking about liking Simon Pegg. So, yeah. But it's good that she likes him, obviously.
Obviously, otherwise there'd be no film.
Yeah. And it's got this crazy American guy as well. Who's just totally obsessed with the girl, and he's pretty bad.
Might be her husband.
Crazy American guy. I mean, everyone have played all their roles really well, I have to say. You know, although it's a small film, no one really lapped in doing their part.
Roosevelt said the only thing we have to
It's
fear
just one of those
is
ways you
fear
just think if it had
itself.
someone
He
else help
was,
Simon
of
Pegg throughout the
course,
film,
utterly wrong.
not so much a sidekick and not so much just the dog, someone else to kind of just help him a little bit more, or just kind of change the story or the pacing at times. That would have helped.
Maybe.
But
Maybe.
for what it is, if you take it on board, it's a good film, and it's good to
Yeah,
see
it's a good
everyone
Good
get
film.
together as well, because the cast is a stellar cast as
Cast is
well.
lovely. Yeah.
So it's worth it for the cast alone to watch when it comes on TV or buy on DVD or rent it through Netflix or something. More product placement, maybe Amazon Prime.
Netflix.
Love film.
Love
Anything
film.
else? No,
Yeah.
Blockbuster. No, it's gone.
We're not actually getting paid for any of these references.
Well,
Just
we
so
might as
you
well
know.
check them out there.
Why not? We're big fans of all film things, so yeah. why
Yeah,
not?
you can get it from H&B, Zavi,
Sweet.
all the stores.
Or if you can find an old Blockbuster warehouse that hasn't been
That has
burnt
been
to
burnt to ground and
cleared out.
for some reason carries new stock of films, then yes, this is the one.
Yes, and new stock of films, of course. I thought I overlooked that point. Maybe you find it on Betamax, I don't know.
VHS, why not?
Yeah, SVHS or whatever it's called. It was a weird one.
Overall, I would say it's about 6.5 to 7, so I'd give it about 6.8.
0.8. I could still give this a solid 7. 7.2. There you go. That averages us out at 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's definitely worth watching if it's on DVD or on late night TV or something one day. Watch it, definitely, because of star cast.
Yeah, it's a good film, definitely.
I'm on
Go
it.
see it.
Hands up and weapons
Go
down.
see it at your local DVD player.
Yeah, your local DVD shop. Or order online from Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot on at the moment, so I would even say risk it at the cinema. if there's nothing, there's nothing else on, it's worth a look.
But there are other films out which are slightly better. Trainwreck.
Well, there's Sinister 2 coming out, and there's a few that might be in the cinema still that have been out a couple of weeks. So yeah, there's some other things. But if you've seen them already and you don't really want to see Uncle because the trailer didn't inspire you, then yeah, maybe give it a try. Especially if you like a British cast. So.
Yes, stellar British cast.